So today we are going to talk all about the real benefits of creating content that nobody is talking about. Let's get into it. Hey y'all, it's Kayla and welcome back to my channel. Over here, we are all about curating content and conversations that grow your creativity, confidence, and coin. So if that's your jam, stick around, kick your shoes off, relax your feet. We are going to have a good time. You're going to like it over here. So you are a creator, you are an entrepreneur, you are a business owner, you are a woman with a voice, you have a message that is meant to impact the world, and you want to, or you already are, creating content to make that impact. And I know we always talk about, oh my God, start creating content. You're going to make money. You're going to build a community. You're going to be able to brand yourself. You're going to be able to get clients. You'll be able to get brand partnerships. The list goes on and on and on. And all of those things are definitely benefits of creating content, but they're very much the in-your-face benefits. We are going to go beneath the surface and talk about the benefits of creating content beyond what meets the eye. Oh, I just love this stuff because it's like the soul work of creating content. So the first benefit of creating content that is not talked about enough is that you get to validate yourself. You don't have to wait for anyone to put their stamp of approval on you. You have the ability to put yourself out there. I like to say that the internet is the great equalizer. If you are a singer, you post your music. If you make beats, you post your beats. If you are a photographer, you post your pictures. If you are a videographer, a filmmaker, you're a writer, you are able to put that online without someone having to validate you. Back in the day, many moons ago, if you were a singer, you had to wait to be signed, hope to be signed in order for the world to maybe one day hear your voice and experience your art. If you were a writer, you had to shop around your book, find a publisher. Now you can just put your work out there no matter what it is that you do. So it's the great equalizer. Your people will find you. You don't have to wait for the record label, the book publisher, or anybody else to put their stamp of approval on you. You get to validate yourself. I love this one so much because I grew up outside of the box in many ways in terms of my desires and what I wanted to do with my life. I've always enjoyed speaking on camera, television. I studied television production in school, and I've always wanted to be on camera since a little girl. I used to have the little Kodak throwaway cameras every holiday, always loved taking pictures, always recording, talking, presenting. It's been my thing. But when you grow up the way I did and you look like me, people are constantly saying, you're never going to be able to be on camera at your size. You're never going to be able to get a job. Nobody's going to hire you. You're going to have to lose a little weight, right? Or people say, natural hair, you're going to have to straighten your hair if you want a job on camera. You're going to have to present this way or talk like this. That accent is too thick. You're going to have to work on that if you want to be on camera. These are literally things I've heard throughout my entire life. And look at me on camera, still existing as all of those ways that they say it wouldn't work. And so that's what I mean when I say it is the great equalizer. You get to validate yourself. I was able to leverage content creation, leverage being on camera, marketing myself, and building a personal brand without anybody's official stamp of approval. And I've been able to build a community and been able to get great opportunities because of that. Okay, so that is my favorite non-talked about benefit of creating content. Now, the second benefit is you really get to know yourself better. With each post you write, with each caption you create, with each expression of your passions, your niche, your industry, your expertise, you really have an opportunity to express that to the world, and it makes you more confident. So it enables your confidence to be higher. It also contributes to your self-discovery. You get a sense of who you are because it is growth. It is no easy task to consistently put yourself out there using your thought process, your intellectual property, your education, your expertise, your experiences. Being able to put that together in a cohesive way and share it with the world is not something that comes super easy. So with each piece of content that you post, with each caption that you write, you learn more about yourself. And that's been a really good benefit for me because I'm all about, I want to leave this world empty. I want to put it all on the table. I want to look back and know that every single thing that I wanted to do, I at least tried. And that is what creating content and building a personal brand online for me. It has enabled me with the ability to try every and anything that I want to do. And through that, I have learned so much about myself. When you create, you are forced to clarify your thoughts and your ideas. And that process can be very introspective. And as a result, you start to get to know yourself in deeper ways and on deeper levels that you didn't even realize you were tapping into. That's one of the real benefits of creating content. Now, the next benefit is one that I feel like I love them all, so y'all gonna hear me say I love. But the next benefit is so important. You get to create a documentary or a diary of your life. It is so nice to look back on emails that I wrote in 2020, blog posts that I created in 2014, pictures that I took, vacations that I went on, how I was marketing and branding and promoting myself 5 years ago versus now. It is so good to look back on those things and witness the growth. But personally, you have these things as a diary, as a documentary of your life. One of the things that I like to always bring up is Kanye West's documentary on Netflix a few years ago. He had so much archival footage that documented his career and his process. That man knew. He knew that what he was working on was going to be big and that people were going to need the evidence to see it. And so I always like to look at my life. It inspired me so much through the same lens is when I am all that I will be, they going to need some footage for the documentary. So being in the habit of documenting your life is going to come in handy to be able to continually tell your brand story. But personally, you'll be able to look back and have a diary of the things that you were able to accomplish, the things that you went through, the successes that you had, and be able to have like this piece of art, this visual diary to see how it all came together. Love it. The last benefit is leaving a legacy behind. Often when people think about legacy, they think about children, right? Being able to create something to leave behind to a lineage, your bloodline. But legacy doesn't just have to be about being related to someone. You're going to leave a legacy behind no matter what, whether you have kids or not. So having a body of work that can contribute to helping somebody else's life, being inspired by, knowing that the work that you're doing will live on years beyond is very empowering when creating content as well. Think about it. The books that you've read, the videos that you've watched that taught you how to do something, all of the content that you've consumed that inspired you to take action, people are going to have that same result from consuming your content. And that's going to be a part of your legacy. So it's nice to know that this is going to help me in the moment, but it will also help people beyond this moment. And it's a real rewarding feeling when creating content. I like to say by creating content, we contribute to this ever-growing library of the human experience. And that's something really cool to be a part of. Content creation is an energetic release. You ever have an idea and then you see somebody else execute it, or you see somebody do something similar? That's because once the idea comes into your mind, it has to be implemented into the world. Ideas are meant to be implemented. It's an energetic release. It has to be executed. So holding into that energy is not going to be beneficial for you. You owe it to yourself to put your creative ideas out there. So that is a personal benefit for you. I like to call it obedience. I like to say creating content is an act of self-expression for me. It is my way of walking in my purpose, being obedient to God, using my gifts, and being passionate about the things that I know that I am good at, the things that I know can help others and make an impact. So when you think about it that way, it's really a spiritual act as well. Putting yourself out there, being confident, building your confidence, and knowing that your voice is meant to help people, your education is meant to help people, your skill sets, whatever it is that you create content about, understanding that it's bigger than you and it's tied to and connected to something deeper is also a really good benefit. So if I haven't convinced you by now, start creating content. If you are already doing so, continue to create content. Your voice is so powerful. Your message is meant to impact many. And outside of making money, building the community, getting speaking engagements, partnerships, brand deals, all of those things, I just gave you a few more reasons to add to the list of why there are so many benefits of creating content. So I hope that helps you in your journey and you continue to put yourself out there. The world deserves to see you. All right, so if this was helpful to you, I hope that you like, share, subscribe, and come back when you see a new upload. In the meantime, I have a little treat for you. I am very passionate about women creating content and using their voice to do so. So if you want to make sure that your voice is always included in your content, that you are authentically putting your message out there to the world and being able to share your gifts while also making money, building your brand, landing partnerships, creating content that you love. I have a digital guide for you called Voice, and it's all about teaching you how to use your voice in your content to brand yourself online. It is absolutely free. Click the link in the description box to grab yours, and I hope you enjoy it. I know you will enjoy it. So go ahead and get yours. Don't wait, okay? Go ahead. All right, go ahead. You could go ahead. The video finna end. You could go. All right, that will do it for today's video. I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.